The world is changing at an alarming pace. Wars erupt, economies collapse, and natural disasters strike with increasing intensity. People chase wealth, luxury, and comfort, believing that material possessions will bring them security. But despite their riches, an emptiness lingers in their hearts, a quiet fear whispering that something inevitable is coming. Many ignore the signs, dismissing them as mere coincidences. Others prefer not to think about it, drowning their concerns in distractions, entertainment, and the pursuit of money. But deep down, they know that the world cannot continue like this forever. Even the most skeptical feel the weight of uncertainty pressing against their souls. The truth is, Jesus foretold all of this. His words were clear, precise, and terrifyingly accurate. However, few truly understand that his prophecy about the end of the world is not just a list of disasters. It is a roadmap, a warning, and a promise. Within it lies the key to survival, not just physically, but spiritually. This is not just another discussion about the apocalypse. This is about the final choice that every person on earth will have to make. A choice between deception and truth, fear and faith, destruction and salvation. If you think you know how the world will end, think again. What Jesus revealed is far more shocking than what most people believe. Throughout history, humanity has been obsessed with power, wealth, and self-sufficiency. Nations rise and fall, empires expand and collapse, but one thing remains the same: the relentless pursuit of control. People amass riches, seeking security in their possessions, believing that money can shield them from uncertainty. Jesus warned that in the final days, the greatest danger would not come from economic collapse or wars. It would come from something far more subtle: deception. He said in Matthew 24 verses 4-5, "Take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many." Deception is powerful because it doesn't come in the form of obvious lies. It comes clothed in partial truths, disguised as hope, salvation, and even faith. False messiahs, false teachings, and a false sense of security will sweep through the world, leading millions to destruction. This deception will not be limited to religion. It will infiltrate politics, finance, and culture. People will be convinced they are following the right path when in reality, they are walking straight into darkness. Look around, the world is filled with empty promises. Politicians promise peace but deliver war. The wealthy promise prosperity but create division. The media promotes a version of truth that shifts like sand. Everything is designed to keep people distracted, chasing luxuries that will never satisfy the hunger in their souls. But why is this deception so dangerous? Because it blinds people from seeing what is truly happening. When destruction finally comes, they won't even realize they were warned. They will laugh at the idea of divine judgment, dismissing it as superstition, just as people did in the days of Noah. And here is the most terrifying part: even believers are at risk. Jesus warned that false Christs and false prophets will rise and show great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. Matthew 24 verse 24. This means deception will be so convincing that even those who know the truth will struggle to discern reality. So, how can one avoid being deceived? The answer is simple, yet difficult. By staying rooted in God's Word. The Bible is the only unshakable foundation in a world built on lies. It reveals not only the deception itself, but the way to escape it. Those who chase riches, seeking security in material wealth, will be the first to fall. But those who trust in God and hold on to the truth, no matter how unpopular it becomes, will stand firm. The deception is already here. It's in the media, in the pulpits, in the promises of a better future without God. It whispers that love is about self-fulfillment rather than sacrifice, that luxury is a sign of divine favor, and that the pursuit of money is the ultimate goal. But those who believe these lies are walking toward destruction without even realizing it. The time to wake up is now. The greatest deception in history is unfolding before our eyes, and soon, it will reach its peak. Everywhere we look, the world is unraveling. Wars are escalating, economies are on the brink of collapse, and natural disasters are striking with greater force and frequency. People are restless, anxious, searching for answers. But instead of turning to God, they turn to wealth, luxury, and power. They believe that money will protect them, that financial security is their salvation. But deep down, they feel it. Something is shifting, something big. Jesus warned us about this exact moment in history. In Matthew 24 verses 6 to 7, he said, "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. These are not just ordinary events. They are signs, markers along the road that point toward an unavoidable conclusion. Yet many people refuse to see it. They chase money, luxuries, and pleasures, convinced that the world will continue as it always has. But Jesus compared these events to birth pains, Matthew 24 verse 8. And just like birth pains, they will only intensify, growing stronger, closer together, until the final moment arrives. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Wars and conflicts are erupting all over the globe. Tensions between nations are higher than ever, and world leaders are desperately trying to maintain control. But peace is an illusion. The greed for power and money fuels destruction, and entire economies are crumbling under the weight of corruption and selfishness. At the same time, natural disasters are increasing at an unprecedented rate. Earthquakes, wildfires, hurricanes, events once considered rare are now happening with alarming frequency. And yet, people continue to build their lives around material wealth, as if luxury and riches can shield them from the forces of nature. But here's the unsettling truth. This is just the beginning. Jesus made it clear these are not random occurrences. They are warnings. A world that has turned away from God is facing the consequences of its own choices. Mankind, obsessed with money and status, has placed its trust in fragile things. Bank accounts, investments, material possessions, believing these will provide security. But when everything collapses, when their wealth and riches are stripped away, they will realize too late that they were chasing an illusion. Another disturbing sign Jesus gave is found in Matthew 24 verse 12. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. Look around. Never before has the world been so divided. Hate spreads like wildfire. People are quick to anger, quick to judge, quick to destroy. Families are torn apart, friendships shattered, communities divided. The world promotes selfishness and greed, convincing people that success is measured by how much money they have, how much luxury they can afford. But what is the cost of this pursuit? A society that no longer values love, compassion, or faith. A culture where people worship money but neglect their souls.